the heck is love? Brotherly love. Many great novels and heroic tales have been written about this kind of love. Recent studies have shown the cause of why we are capable of feeling it. Phila is another word for empathy, which has been found to be controlled in the brain by what are called mirror neurons. It allows us to realize that other people feel pain and experience things the same way we do, and are able to do things for each other and to take care of each other, because seeing others in pain makes us feel, or at least imagine, the pain they feel. It was a very advantageous evolutionary adaptation, as it caused groups to become tighter knit socially, which helped them in food gathering and protection. Buddhists consider empathy to be the most powerful force on earth, but it must be cultivated and nurtured, or a person will become desensitized to it and become apathetic to the suffering or pain of those around them. Without empathy, one will become focused on oneself, and the suffering of others will just become an annoyance, and the person will try to help as little as possible just so they don't have to feel guilty or depressed. Serial killers tend to have areas of their brain damaged relating to empathy, so that the idea that a person could feel as they can is almost foreign to them, and they tend to treat other people as objects, not the same way they would treat themselves. Constant cultivation of empathy will make mirror cells sensitive to suffering and give motivation to help others. Next comes the most popular one, sang in songs, Eros. Eros is one of the most overhyped, advertised, vague, confused, and abusive drugs on the market. Eros can mean one of two things, according to psychology: infatuation or pair bonding. Pair bonding occurs all over the animal kingdom, not just in humans, and there are many studies on the phenomena. Human sexuality studies has determined that humans are by nature temporary pair bonders, and it requires more mental strength and ideals to retain the pair bonding during the downtimes in the relationship. An injection of AVP in males and oxytocin in females can cause instant pair bonding in prairie voles, without any sex in the case of males. However, it does require sex in the case of females. It is found that the pair bonding is detectable because neither will mate with any other available prairie vole. When drugs are introduced to block AVP and oxytocin, the voles will become as hedonistic as their non-monogamous varieties of vole cousins. Upon pair bonding, it has been found that these voles are now keyed in specifically into the odor and pheromones of their partner, and will prefer to spend time in areas where copulation occurred. It has been found in humans through MRI that when a person is shown images of their lover, the scans will look identical to someone who has just used cocaine or another opioid. This is advantageous in raising young and keeps the man around to help raise it. The woman also becomes more relaxed and less stressed in pair-bonded relationships, which is advantageous in pregnancy. Pair bonding is a fascinating study and should be looked into by people who are thinking about marriage or long-term relationships. The other half of Eros is infatuation. Infatuation is way too commonly confused with pair bonding, leaving hearts broken or women pregnant. The second is the reason why infatuation, or being in love, is so useful to evolution. Infatuation works along the same lines as cocaine. It causes a humongous dopamine rush to the brain, and when you think of or with your crush, it twists reality around for you, making you do and say the stupidest things, and lets you justify things that you never would without the drug. Brain scans have shown that parts of the brain literally shut down when a person is in love, which would explain why logic no longer enters the picture. Withdrawal from infatuation has the most traumatic effect, and just like when crashing from cocaine addiction, the user feels a bit on the dirty side and will do whatever it takes to get another hit. When people try to do intervention on the person because they know that the person that they are with is either dangerous or a loser, the person in love will lash out and act irrationally about the friend's advice. Addicts hate intervention, and according to the law, there is no detox program for infatuations. After getting burned and hurt enough times emotionally, I will not allow myself infatuation until very deep into a relationship. Relationships are complicated enough without irrationality. Being infatuated in the beginning stages of a serious relationship is like driving a car and taking cocaine. Crashing and breaking occurs frequently. Infatuation is sort of Mother Nature's practical joke, especially when Cupid's arrow strikes and you have no chance of getting the person you are crazy about. However, it is evolutionarily advantageous because people in love are more likely to get pregnant even if the situation is opposite of ideal. Without infatuation, people might actually think clearly about having a baby and all the consequences, and protect themselves or not have sex at all. Infatuation runs on many of the same mechanisms as pair bonding, but it tends to be one-sided and extreme, usually occurring in early teenage years as the emotions are unstable and taking time to balance. In the game of evolution, it's those who reproduce most that win, so infatuation is going to be a part of the human experience for thousands of years to come. The final love is not discussed directly by the Bible. It is parental love, which in many ways is a hybrid of all three types of love: sacrificial love, empathy, bonding, and a mental shutdown. Oxytocin also reaches high levels in nursing mothers to cause lactation, which may increase the feelings of emotional bonding. Brain scans have shown that, like infatuation, parental love shuts down parts of the brain, though different parts than that of infatuation. This is probably to keep the parents from strangling their kids when the stress level gets too high. In the next video, I hope to clarify the ideal love, taught by men like Buddha, Gandhi, and Jesus, and sung about by the likes of John Lennon, so that you may understand how to have a peaceful and healthy love toward all around you.